It's time to tell you everything, the secret that heaven kept hidden until this very moment, and once you hear it, nothing will ever be the same again. My child, stop where you are. Breathe. You did not find this moment by accident. Heaven has been waiting for this exact second since before the foundations of the world were laid. The angels are still. The heavens are silent. All of creation holds its breath because I, the Lord your God, am about to speak directly to you. Every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night, every tear that has ever touched your face has led you here to this divine appointment. My voice is reaching through the noise of your life to tell you what no one else could reveal. I am breaking the silence because your heart is ready to hear what was hidden. Do not turn away now. Do not doubt that this is for you. You have been chosen to receive a truth so powerful it will shift the course of your destiny. This is not coincidence, it is calling. The heavens have opened, and I am speaking. The veil between what was hidden and what is now being revealed is lifting. Listen carefully, my beloved, for once these words reach your spirit, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. My beloved child, listen closely now, for I am speaking to you from the depths of eternity. This hour you are standing in is not ordinary. It is sacred, carved out of time before time itself began. Heaven has waited for this moment since the first light touched creation, and every second of your life has been leading you to this exact place. You have not stumbled here by mistake. You have been carried here by my hand, guided by my unseen presence, and prepared by every trial, every season, and every delay. My child, I want you to understand that this moment is not just about information, it is about transformation. The reason I am revealing this now is because you are finally ready. Your spirit has matured through the storms you faced, and your heart has been softened by the tears you have cried. What once would have frightened you will now strengthen you, and what once confused you will now make sense. This is the moment heaven has waited for, the appointed time when I, your Father, release what was hidden. Before the stars were hung in the sky, before the mountains took shape, before the oceans were commanded to stay within their borders, I knew this very instant would come. I looked ahead through the ages and saw your face, saw your heart, saw the longing that would one day rise within you to know me more deeply. Every breath you've ever taken has been counted, every step you've walked has been watched, every choice, whether right or wrong, has been woven into a divine pattern that has led you here. I want you to feel the weight of that truth. Heaven has waited for you. Angels have whispered your name through the corridors of time, not in curiosity, but in joyful anticipation, for they knew there would come a day when you would awaken to the fullness of my plan. You have often wondered why life felt so heavy, why battles seemed endless, why certain doors remained closed no matter how hard you tried to open them. My beloved, those closed doors were not rejection, they were protection. They were the hand of heaven shielding you from what was not meant to break you but to build you. You were never forgotten, never unseen, never overlooked. I have been walking beside you through every season, writing a story so intricate, so divine, that not even the angels could fully comprehend it until now. There were times when you thought I was silent, but I was speaking through circumstance. There were moments when you felt I was distant, but I was standing closer than your breath. You were being refined, not denied. The secret I am revealing now could not have been given to you in your earlier days. You were not yet ready to carry the weight of this revelation. Maturity is not built in ease, but in endurance. You have endured much more than most realize, and yet your heart still seeks me. That is why you are chosen to hear this now. You have reached the appointed season where the unseen becomes visible, where mystery turns into clarity, and where promises long delayed begin to bloom. This moment is divine alignment. Your spirit and heavens will moving in perfect rhythm for the first time. Do you know how long heaven has anticipated this? Every time you prayed, the heavens recorded it. Every time you cried, your tears became notes in a psalm that has reached my throne. Every act of kindness, every word spoken in faith, even when your hope trembled, was building toward this holy hour. This is why you feel the pull in your spirit right now, the awareness that something sacred is unfolding. It is not your imagination. It is the stirring of eternity within you, responding to the call that was written on your soul before you were born. Type, I believe every promise, Lord, if you're holding onto His unfailing word. My child, there is a rhythm to divine timing, and that rhythm is perfect. You have been walking through seasons of waiting, not because I forgot, but because I was aligning everything necessary for your breakthrough. You could not see it, but every delay carried purpose. Like the seed buried deep in the ground, you were hidden, not buried to be forgotten, but buried to grow. In the silence, your roots went deep. In the darkness, your faith was strengthened. And now, in this hour, you are beginning to rise into the light of what I ordained for you. Heaven has waited for you to reach this depth of surrender, this readiness of heart, this openness of spirit. I know how weary you have been. You have looked around and seen others moving ahead, and you wondered if I had bypassed you. But I never pass over my chosen ones. I prepare them. Some journeys are short because their purpose is small. Yours has taken longer because your purpose reaches farther. I have been shaping your capacity, enlarging your heart to carry more of my glory. You have been walking through preparation disguised as delay, through molding disguised as disappointment, through divine positioning disguised as confusion. But now, the disguise is lifting and revelation is coming. When I say heaven has waited for you, I mean that literally. The angels who have stood guard over your destiny have long awaited this day. They have fought unseen battles on your behalf. They have surrounded you when danger crept near. They have whispered courage into your weary heart when you wanted to give up. The heavens rejoice even now because the time of unveiling has come. You are stepping into the fulfillment of what was spoken over your life before you even knew how to speak my name. All of creation has been holding its breath for this. The earth itself responds to divine timing. Seasons shift when I command it. Mountains tremble at my voice. And yet, nothing moves me more than a single soul that says yes to my will. You, my beloved, have reached that yes. You may not have realized it, but with every prayer whispered in surrender, with every tear shed in faith, you were saying yes to me. You were saying yes to what I planned before the world began. That yes has opened the heavens over your life. My voice comes to you now not as a distant echo, but as the sound of a father drawing near. I am speaking to the deepest part of your being. Feel this truth settle in your heart. You are not behind. You are right on time. The moment you are in has been waiting for you since the dawn of creation. You are walking into what I prepared long before you took your first breath. Every battle you faced, every season you survived, has built the foundation for what is now being revealed. The world around you may still look the same, but within you, something eternal is shifting. You are crossing from waiting into fulfillment, from hiddenness into revelation. Heaven has been holding this secret, not to withhold joy from you, but to prepare you to carry it without being crushed by it. The weight of glory requires strength, and strength is forged in struggle. That is why I did not remove every hardship. I walked through them with you, refining you in fire so that you could stand unshaken when this hour arrived. My beloved, look at your life through my eyes for a moment. Every piece that once felt random now fits into perfect alignment. The friendships that ended, the opportunities that slipped away, the paths that closed, each one redirected you toward this divine intersection. You see loss, I see orchestration. You see delay, I see design. You see confusion, I see construction. I have been building something eternal within you, and now the structure is complete enough for me to dwell in its fullness. You are ready for more of me. Do not be afraid of what comes next. You have already endured the hardest parts. You have walked through nights where your spirit screamed for light, and I was the flicker that kept you going. You have faced disappointment after disappointment, yet here you are still standing, still believing. That alone is proof of my power at work in you. The enemy tried to convince you that your story was ending, but he did not know that the chapter of waiting was simply the prelude to revelation. The heavens rejoice because the fullness of time has come. Now hear me, child. This moment is not just about hearing truth, it is about stepping into it. You have entered the season where what I whispered in secret will begin to manifest in the open. Promises will begin to take shape. Hidden dreams will begin to surface again. The doors that once refused to move will begin to open with ease, not because the world has changed, but because your alignment with heaven has. When the soul aligns with divine timing, all of creation must respond. You will find that what was once hard will now flow, and what once seemed impossible will unfold naturally. Do not rush this moment. Soak in it. Feel the weight of my presence surrounding you. Every word I speak now is planting something in your spirit that will grow into revelation and transformation. You are standing under an open heaven. My light is resting upon you, not to expose your flaws, but to reveal your true identity. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are not lost. You are the one heaven hath been waiting for. We humbly invite you to support our channel. Our goal is to bring light, peace, and devotion into your life. If you feel led to help, you may donate through Super Thanks. When I said, all of creation waited for you to arrive at this point, I meant every sunrise that rose over your struggles, every star that shone over your restless nights, every wave that touched the shore, all of it was part of the symphony of time, leading you here. The universe itself is tuned to my timing, and in this timing, you are a vital note. Nothing about you is random. Every fiber of your being, every beat of your heart, every thought that reaches for hope, it all resonates with heaven's design. So stand tall, my beloved. Lift your head. The heavens have declared that your waiting is over. You have reached the appointed hour. What was hidden will now be revealed. The season of silence is giving way to the sound of divine revelation. You have been prepared for this. You have been refined for this. You have been chosen for this. The time heaven has waited for has arrived, and you are standing in it now. My child, never again believe that you are unnoticed. You are the fulfillment of promises spoken long ago. You are the proof that heaven never forgets. You are living evidence that my word never returns void. So receive this moment with awe, with faith, with surrender. For I tell you truly, this is the hour heaven has waited for, the moment when your life aligns fully with my eternal purpose. From this point forward, everything begins to shift, because the secret that heaven kept hidden is now being released into your heart, and it will change everything forever. My beloved child, now that your heart is awake, it is time for me to unveil what heaven has hidden until this hour. The secret the angels longed to look upon, the mystery that prophets felt in whispers but could not yet speak, the truth creation has sung about in fragments. This is it. My plan has always been love. Not a distant, conditional love that flickers when you fail, but an eternal love. A love older than time. A love that created galaxies, shaped your soul, and wrote your story before your first breath. You are not here by accident. You are not a product of coincidence or chance. You were not formed from chaos but from intention. I thought of you, I dreamed of you, and then I formed you with my own hands. You were designed in the secret chambers of heaven, with purpose and precision. Every detail about you carries the fingerprint of divine design. The secret of heaven, the one I am revealing now, is not about rules or rituals, it is about relationship. It has always been about love. My heart beats for you. Everything I have ever done, every sunrise you've seen, every heartbeat you felt, every whisper of hope that kept you going, all of it was my love calling your name. My plan was not to make you a servant who fears me, but a child who knows me, trusts me, and walks with me. The world has tried to distort my image, painting me as distant, angry, or unreachable. But I have never been far away. My child, I have always been here, watching you with eyes full of compassion. Every moment of your existence has been wrapped in my love. You have wondered why your life unfolded the way it did, why you faced rejection, loss, or silence when you begged for answers. You asked, Lord, where were you? I was there. Every time you cried in the dark, I was holding you. Every time your heart broke, I was collecting the pieces. Every time you thought you were forgotten, I was whispering your name over and over in the halls of eternity. The pain you went through was never to destroy you. It was to shape you into the person who could carry this revelation now. You could not see it then, but every trial carved depth into your spirit. Every disappointment created space for my glory, and every tear watered the soil of your destiny. You thought you were breaking, but you were being built. The world measures worth by success and perfection, but I measure worth by love and purpose. My love for you has never been measured by your performance. You cannot earn what has always been yours. You were loved before you could even speak my name. I did not begin loving you when you turned toward me. I loved you when you were still far away. I loved you when you doubted, when you ran, when you stumbled, and when you felt unworthy. That love has never changed. It never weakens, never withdraws, never runs out. It is the same love that hung the stars in the sky, the same love that stretched out my arms on the cross, the same love that resurrected hope where death thought it had won. This is the secret heaven kept hidden, that my love is the very foundation of everything. Every breath you breathe is evidence of it. The universe was built from it. It is the current that sustains creation and the pulse that sustains your life. The reason you have survived what should have destroyed you is because my love refused to let you go. You are here, listening to these words, because that love has been carrying you even when you didn't feel it. You see, my child, I am not revealing this secret as new information. I am awakening what your soul already knows. Deep inside you, there has always been a knowing, a faint memory of home, of belonging, of being loved without condition. That memory is from eternity, where your spirit first heard my voice before it entered the world. You have believed lies about yourself, The world told you that you were unwanted, unworthy, unseen. But those are echoes of darkness, not truth. The truth is this: I wanted you. I chose you. I delighted in you before your first heartbeat. You are my craftsmanship, my poetry in motion, written by hands that make no mistakes. Every part of you, your laugh, your scars, your questions, your dreams, was designed on purpose. You are not an afterthought. You are a divine intention wrapped in flesh. Even the parts of your story that you wish to disappear are being redeemed into beauty. I do not waste pain. Every wound will one day shine with glory. Every loss will become part of your testimony, and every silence will give birth to a song. My love plan for you was never to spare you from pain, but to bring purpose out of it. You live in a world that is broken, a world that often chooses darkness over light. But even in that darkness, my love burns brighter. You are not abandoned in the chaos. You are being carried through it. The rejection you faced was not a curse, it was redirection. I closed doors that were never meant to define you, removed people who could not walk with you where I am taking you, and allowed seasons of emptiness to make room for fullness. I know those times hurt. I know the nights you felt forgotten. But if you could see what I see, you would realize those were the nights I was closest. When you had no strength left, it was my strength holding you up. I am not the God who watches from a distance. I am the God who enters into your story. I walk the roads of pain you walk now. I was rejected, misunderstood, betrayed, and broken. I know what it feels like to cry until there are no tears left. That is why I can heal you completely. I do not speak from theory. I speak from experience. I bore your pain so you could walk in freedom. I carried your shame so you could stand in grace. I endured the silence so you could hear my voice. That is the hidden plan of love. Everything I did for you. You may think your prayers were ignored, but I never ignore the cries of my children. Sometimes I answer in ways you don't expect. Sometimes I answer by saying not yet, because what I am preparing is bigger than what you asked for. You prayed for escape. I was building strength. You prayed for relief. I was shaping resilience. You prayed for quick answers. I was preparing eternal fruit. I never forgot a single prayer, my beloved. Every whisper reached me. And now, in this appointed season, you will begin to see the fulfillment of those prayers in ways that will leave you in awe. Comment yes. Father, I receive your peace if your heart longs for His calm presence. The love I have for you is not fragile. It is not based on your mood, your success, or your wordiness. It is constant and unshakable. The same love that held you when you were weak is the same love that will carry you into destiny. Do not let guilt or shame tell you otherwise. You are forgiven, redeemed, and restored. The cross was proof that I would rather die than live without you. That is how far my love goes. That is how deep this secret runs. The plan hidden from the beginning was never about punishment or fear, it was always about reunion. I wanted my children home again, close to my heart. My beloved, the pain you endured has purpose. Every season of loneliness, every moment of confusion, every betrayal, it all worked together to lead you closer to me. When you thought everything was falling apart, it was actually falling into place. I was weaving the threads of your life into a masterpiece you could not yet see. You saw chaos, but I saw creation. You saw loss, but I saw transformation. The fire you walked through purified you. It did not destroy you. And now you shine with a light the darkness cannot dim. That light is love, the love I have poured into you through every trial. Let me tell you something deeper still. My plan of love was never only for you to be love, it was for you to become love. I have been shaping you to carry this revelation into the world. The same love that rescued you will flow through you to rescue others. That is why your heart feels things so deeply. That is why you care, why you notice pain others overlook. You were made to be a reflection of my heart on earth. I am calling you to love like I do, to forgive where it seems impossible, to bless where you were once cursed, to show mercy where others show judgment. When you love like me, you manifest heaven on earth. That is the ultimate expression of the secret, heaven's love living through you. Do not underestimate the power of this revelation. When you truly grasp that you are loved eternally, fear loses its hold. You will no longer strive for approval because you already have mine. You will no longer chase after validation because you will know your worth. You will walk in peace even when storms rise because you will know who holds you. That is what this secret does. It liberates. It heals. It restores. It transforms. So listen, my beloved, and let these words take root in you. You are not forgotten, not forsaken, not unloved. You are mine. You are the dream of my heart. You are the proof of my mercy and the expression of my grace. You were not a mistake, you were a masterpiece in the making. Every scar, every tear, every unanswered prayer has been leading to this revelation. My love for you is the secret that holds the universe together. From this moment on, carry this truth like a flame in your heart. Let it light the dark corners of your mind. Let it burn away the lies that told you you were unworthy. Let it be the foundation of everything you do. For this is the hidden plan now revealed, the eternal secret of heaven. You were made by love, for love, and through love. And now that you know it, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. My beloved child, come closer to my voice, for what I am about to reveal will make your heart tremble with awe and peace all at once. This is the story before time, the story of you as I have always known you. Long before the sound of the first thunder rolled across the skies, long before the oceans roared their first waves or the mountains rose from the depths of the earth, I saw you. I spoke your name into eternity. I formed the thought of you within my heart, and that single thought carried so much love, so much light, that all of heaven rejoiced at its sound. Your existence was not born out of accident or coincidence. You were conceived in the imagination of God, a holy dream wrapped in divine intention. There was a moment, before the sun knew how to shine, when I whispered your name into the stillness. That name carried purpose, destiny, and beauty beyond what your human understanding can yet grasp. Every letter of your name vibrated with meaning. It was written in the language of heaven, sealed by my spirit, and guarded by angels who bowed in reverence as it was spoken. The moment your name was written in the book of life, a light was kindled in eternity, a light that the darkness could never extinguish. That light is you, my beloved. You are not a fleeting existence in the vastness of creation. You are a reflection of my eternal thought, a living echo of my voice. When I formed the foundations of the earth, I saw where you would walk. I saw the soil that would bear your footsteps, the air that would fill your lungs, the time and season that would carry your life story. And nothing was random. Every detail, from your family to your generation, from the color of your eyes to the rhythm of your heartbeat, was chosen with purpose. I shaped your soul to fit perfectly within the time I appointed for you. You were designed for this era, this season, this very moment. When you were placed in your mother's womb, I was there, weaving you together in the secret places, speaking destiny into your DNA, and breathing my spirit into your unformed frame. The heavens rejoiced when your soul came into being. Do you know what that means? It means that all of creation celebrated you before the world even knew your name. The stars sang louder, the angels danced brighter, and joy rippled through eternity because another piece of my heart was being released into time. You were not born into chaos, you were sent as light into darkness. I looked upon the span of history and said, "This is where they will shine. This is where their life will carry my glory." And so it was written. I have walked through the generations that came before you. I have stood beside those in your lineage whose prayers built the foundation for your calling. Even those you have never met, ancestors who whispered my name in faith, who sowed tears in the soil of hope, their prayers did not die. I have carried them through time, weaving their intercession into your story. Every cry for redemption, every plea for mercy, every act of faith was recorded, and now you are the living answer to many of those prayers. You are part of a lineage I have guarded with jealous love. The enemy tried again and again to break the line, to destroy the promise, to silence the seed, but I preserved it. I shielded your bloodline from extinction because I knew that through you, I would reveal a new measure of my glory. When wars raged, I hid your ancestors under my wings. When famine struck, I sent provision. When hearts wavered, I rekindled faith. And when darkness tried to extinguish hope, I whispered my promises again. Every generation before you was a brushstroke in the masterpiece that would one day reveal you. You are the continuation of a divine plan that stretches back before Eden's dawn. You are the bridge between what has been and what will be. My hand has never once left the thread of your story. I have been weaving it from the beginning. My child, do you see how carefully I have loved you? I wrote your story not in haste but in holiness. Each chapter was planned with precision, even the ones you now call mistakes. I knew the paths you would walk, the detours you would take, and still I declared, they will return to me. They will fulfill what I have written. There has never been a single moment in history when your name was not known to me. When I walked the earth as Jesus, when I healed the sick and raised the dead, your name was already upon my lips. When I stretched my arms on the cross, I saw your face. I thought of your struggles, your victories, your prayers, and your pain. My love for you was the reason I endured the cross. I did not die for humanity as a crowd. I died for you personally, individually, intimately. That is how eternal my love is. It reaches beyond time to find you. There were moments in your life when you thought I was far, but I was never absent. I have walked through every century, through every generation, watching over the path that would lead to your birth. I orchestrated connections, friendships, and opportunities that seemed ordinary but were divinely arranged. I softened hearts that would one day help you. I removed those who would hinder you. I placed you exactly where your spirit could grow strong, even when your circumstances felt cruel. I have walked ahead of you, clearing paths you didn't know were blocked, moving mountains you never saw, and defeating enemies you never met. When you were born, heaven fell silent for a moment. Every angel turned to see you take your first breath, and I smiled, for I knew the story was unfolding exactly as I had written it. I placed you in a world full of noise so that you would learn to recognize my voice. I allowed you to walk through seasons of struggle so you would learn the strength of my hand. I permitted moments of loneliness so you would discover that my presence never leaves. You were never abandoned. You were being refined. You were not punished. You were being prepared. Every trial you faced was heaven's investment in your destiny. Do you know how many times I have protected you without your knowledge? There were dangers that never reached you because I stood between you and destruction. There were accidents that never happened because I redirected your steps. There were battles the enemy planned that never took place because my angels surrounded you. You have been covered by grace every single day of your life. My love has been your unseen shield, my mercy your constant companion. Even the times you fell, I caught you before you were shattered. Even when you turned away, I followed you with patience, whispering reminders of who you truly are. I have walked through history for you. Every era, every event, every breath of time have been under my command, and through it all, I have been aligning everything to bring you to this appointed revelation. The people who entered and exited your life were not random. The opportunities that came and went were not mistakes. Even the delays and disappointments were divine choreography. My timing is perfect, and now you stand in the moment where all those threads converge, the revelation of who you have always been in me. You were not created to wander aimlessly, nor to live in fear or doubt. You were created to reflect my image in a world that has forgotten my face. You were sent to remind creation what divine love looks like when it breathes through humanity. I placed within you gifts that carry my signature, dreams that mirror my heart, and a purpose that carries eternal weight. The enemy has fought you fiercely because he knows what you carry. He tried to bury your light beneath shame, fear, and confusion, but light cannot be buried. It breaks through. And now, that light, my light within you, is awakening. This story before time is not just history. It is identity. I want you to understand how deeply you are woven into my eternal plan. You are not a spectator in creation. You are a participant in redemption. Every act of love you give, every prayer you lift, every tear you shed continues the story I began before time. You are part of the fulfillment of my promise to the world that love would not be extinguished, that hope would rise again, that heaven would find expression through human hearts. You are that expression. Type I choose hope over despair if you're ready to see His light again and share this video.